Talks
Settling in.
with Meosha
And
Irina.
hey, we decided to change it up a little bit and try Tea Talks on the floor instead of, proper on the couch. Because we didn't say Tea Talks on the couch, right? We're still having our beautiful tea. Cheers, darling.
Cheers.
We just want to see what it feels like down here.
So what's our topic for today, darling?
The topic for today is, what if, this one is going to be a little crazy.
A little crazy.
Because typically we like to talk about relationships and different shades of it. But today we decided to take it outside the norm. We're going to talk about what if you knew that the life you are living is the life you chose before you came into it, including how you're going to die.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well.
How do we ease into this? Go ahead. Go for it.
Yeah, how do we begin discussing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course she stuffs her mouth so that she doesn't have to speak. Just saying. See what I mean? Okay, so the reason we're talking about this is because we both believe that we choose when we go. And this is something that is not very popular.
Not at all.
Not a popular thought out there. Because, mostly people believe in you've got faith and
you have a time to go, and when
that's your time,
is your time. I don't believe that at all.
See? We finally agree on something.
Finally. Put it there, pal. Wait.
Or this is our handshake.
It's our new handshake. See that, guys?
That's
pretty
how we
cool.
do it. Anyway. So this is the theory that we have. It's what if you, before you were born, decided for yourself, this is the kind of life I'm going to live. I'm going to give myself certain fears, and I'm going to decide when I'm going to die and how, but I'm going to see if during my lifespan I'm going to be able to overcome my fears that I give myself. It's kind of like going into the game. You give yourself obstacles, right? Mm-hmm. And then you go into the game, you put forget me cap on to where you don't remember anything that you've given yourself, and see if you'll get there. And then once, you cross the finish line,
yep,
you go and compare the two sets of footage. One where you created it, and then how you actually lived it, and if it's, if they come close together. That's my,
that's interesting. That's an interesting perspective. I think, and this is where we agree, is that you can, for instance, like you were talking about,
how somebody can just
choose to die a certain way. Like I had a friend, she said, I have a fear of dying in a car accident. I'm like, okay, well, you said it, and so shall it happen. Like, I believe that words are power, and we don't really, we don't think about it like that.
Yeah, we don't think there's anything behind anything we say.
Right.
For most of the people.
Right.
Some really are mindful.
Right. Some people are very mindful, and I think words are super powerful, and I think that you can, like that guy. Have you seen the show, Fred Sanford? Heard of it before? It was some of you out there who are watching have seen it.
Well, I
and
haven't.
if you have, the character, he would always say, "Oh my God, I'm having a heart attack. I'm gonna die," and it's like funny. It was hilarious.
It's
in
like
the
an
sketch.
affirmation, right?
Seriously, it really is. And he died of a heart attack. Wild, right?
Not really. Not when you know the laws of the universe, so to speak, right?
Or just like my mom always said when I was growing up. She always says cover yourself with the whole armor of God. Like if you go out somewhere, no matter if you're on a plane, in the car, going to the grocery store, just making sure that you are protected. Because if you believe in angels, if you believe that you have, they need to be used. You can use them. So we have to cover ourselves with the whole armor of God, so that nothing any outside forces can destroy you. Yeah, because some people say, well, I have a fear of, oh gosh, of some, like, like dying in an elevator, and you know what?
Well, it's
crazy.
funny. I do have a story where one of my friends, she was deathly afraid of snakes. I mean, you say the word snake and she's just screaming. And guess what, you guys? One day, she woke up and there was a snake in her bed. I kid you not.
Whoa.
And how it happened, it escaped from a neighbor's upstairs.
Whoa.
Isn't
whoa.
that crazy?
You see, words?
But things like that are, out there.
Yeah.
That words, I agree with you. Words are very powerful.
And you wonder why people say, well, some people say, oh, well, they died early. Some people could have said, oh, or like, you hear people say, well, if I live to be 60, that's good enough for me. Okay.
Well, then
you're
set
gonna
it
die.
up.
You're literally speaking.
But you know what? That's okay. Because that's the programming maybe they came in with.
Right. But if you know better, or you learn better.
But what I'm saying is, think about it. What if you come into this life? Like, for example, let's take, well, maybe, no, I'm not going to go there because
Yeah, it's like-
I don't want this to be taken the wrong way.
Yeah, I was like, don't do it.
No.
I know exactly what
I'm not going there.
Not
Just
right now.
because,
Yeah, it's still sensitive.
too sensitive for other people.
Still too early.
Anyway, let's take an example of somebody dying like in a car crash,
Yeah.
right? What if that person decided before they come into this life, right, saying, I want to live a certain amount of years, I want to achieve a certain amount of success, and I want to try out this lifespan, I want to try out going at my peak. Like, that's the kind of experience they want to taste, let's say. Because if we all, like, not all, if those people who believe in life after death, or those people who believe in living more than one life, that you come here for certain lessons and then you die and then you come back and do it again, right? Then it stands to kind of imagine that we have the power of what we create even before we're here.
Continue. I'm listening. I'm listening. She likes to wait for me.
No. It's not that deep.
No. I'm
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
Think about that. What if somebody actually decided that that's exactly what they want to experience? Because no one life journey is the same, right? We just come as human beings. We have this notion of what is to be considered normal, meaning, live a certain amount of years, maybe, into your old age. That's what expectations are.
I think a lot of that is just the society around us has a big influence upon that.
Or like, parents have to go before kids. That's what we would like.
That's what we're taught.
In this mindset, right? When we are already a human being that doesn't know what we have programmed to come here to do. Think about that.
It's deep.
Like, if we thought about that, I think we would be able to accept life's major events a lot more. We would be able to weather it much easier. Because we'd be like, okay, well, I guess that's what this person programmed for themselves, type thing. Like Matrix. I don't know. Is that a good example? Maybe not.
Sure, like Matrix.
Well,
I get what you're saying. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I don't agree in that sense.
In what sense?
But of like, we know we already have. We come into
predestined.
Yeah, I okay.
Like, but isn't that fate? It kind of goes along with, well, you die when it's your time, but at the same time, you have set that time up. Does that make sense?
I know what you're saying.
So,
well, I think we have the power to I think we do control how long we live, and that sense of like, if I eat lard every day, obviously.
Yes, there are certain physical
things that I can't
attributions. But
now,
then again, look at those people who
are very healthy.
No, I was going to say who don't follow any diet, smoke, drink, and live happily into their 80s and 90s and whatever.
Yes, because their mindset's not about dying.
Because they don't care. They don't let that affect themselves.
They don't let the society tell you, oh well, if you do this, you're gonna get cancer. They're like, nah, well, that's not gonna happen to me. You know what I mean? It's I think a lot of it it's how we think and how our brains are programmed to believe. And I think a lot of people are really in their heads about life and death.
Oh yeah,
how
a lot of people are scared
of
it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's the unknown.
But I think for me, I know exactly what's gonna happen to me.
So how are you gonna die?
Not saying how I'm gonna die.
Well,
I'm
you
saying
you know exactly.
Like where I'm gonna go after heaven. I'm so happy for that. That's wonderful. But I think I don't think about how I'm gonna die. I believe. I always speak like I'm gonna live as long as I want to live.
Well, yes.
You know, I don't think about I'm gonna die. I don't think about it. I'm just gonna live as long as I want to live. You know.
Okay.
On this
fair
earth.
enough.
You know, I think we put too much into the whole. Well, I just want to be around for my grandkid. Yeah, I'm just like, come on. You know what I mean?
You're not planning on having any. So what are you living for?
To change the world.
Hey.
There's a bigger picture. It's bigger than me.
I like that.
There's a lot of things I want to do. Globally, there's a lot of people hurting. There's a lot of things, you know.
So how are you going to change the world?
One day at a time. You like that?
Such a cop out. I want to know your plan.
Yeah, I can't tell you everything. I gotta do things in secret. Just watch me live my life, and you'll see.
Watch me.
You'll
What?
see. This one here. But
Anyway,
I do
we're not
believe,
changing subjects here.
I do believe that it is a mindset, and
Well, yeah.
like a lot of people, like you said, it goes back to if you think something enough, you dwell on something enough, you can somehow. Someone says like, oh, well, this so-and-so, this guy, John, died at 25. He was so young. What happened? Why did God take his life? Or was it his time to go? And I'm just like, no, God doesn't take lives. And you know what? We don't know what John was saying every day. We don't know what John spoke up over his life. We don't know. We weren't there. So you can't go off what you think you know about John. Only John knows what John knows. You know what I'm saying? Only we know what we do on the wee hours of night every day, how we show up in the world. Because I can't tell you, you know, you could say, you know, some people, women always have this thing, they don't want to age, you know, this whole thing, right?
Guilty.
But like, you know, we put so much, you know what I'm saying?
Pressure.
So much pressure on it. I think that can
Well, it's
get...
also a societal thing.
Societal thing, right. So...
I mean, why are we, what?
And again, it's just a mindset, right? So if you dwell on something so much, then it, you know what I'm saying?
True that.
You become obsessive over something, and then that could be that you know.
The very demise that you're trying to escape is
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Goes for life.
Yeah, my daughter says, I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that. Or my friend, every time she speaks, oh, I'm scared. That's how she starts her sentences.
That's not good.
I am scared.
That's
Those
not
are her
good at
words
all.
before she speaks. I'm like, dude, watch what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, throw away those words, those parasite words. We have them. We all do. I know what mine are. I'm working on it. But, you know, and I hear them in other people's speeches.
Right.
And I will tell, you know, my friends, look, watch what you're saying because you are creating your reality.
Right.
And then don't be surprised if, you know, it follows into a certain chain of events that you didn't expect, and yet you're the ones that are uttered your story, so to speak.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So the same thing with, you know, building your life.
Yes.
Envisioning it. So maybe,
you know, just even the smallest things, right? Like people say stuff like, oh, I'm never going to do this. Well, you're never going to have it.
You just said it, yeah. I'm
you
never
spoke
gonna
it,
do it.
and that's what it is. I believe that
I am is a very, very powerful statement. Anything that follows that is true.
And you're living, if you think about it, you're living what you've spoken over your life. What? 10 years ago? Say 10 years ago. Whatever you said, you're living that right now.
That's very true, actually.
So be
I went
mindful of
over
that.
my journal entries a few years ago,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my God, I thought about that. About that then. I thought it was a fresh thought. You know what I mean?" So I
Right.
agree. There is that. We just tend to like forget, and maybe that's what this is. It's a big forgetful moment that when we come and are born, and then we just discover what it is that we program for ourselves, one bit of information at a time.
Well, I'd look at it differently, but okay.
Do tell.
I think that God obviously instills in everyone, you know, certain.
Well, God is
action-
within us, right?
Well, I'm
But
saying
anyway, finish your thought, finish your
before
thought.
you come into the world, like you obviously we come from the earth,
Right,
and, dust
right,
and all
right.
that stuff.
Yeah.
So we have a maker. I didn't make myself. You know, I'm
Yes.
just saying that obviously we come with these things. In
But
the
if
world.
the maker and the makee are one and the same.
Here we go. We are not getting on this topic today. Not today.
Anyway,
So
that's why I
anyway,
said finish your thought. I'm sorry. I'm not interjecting
This one here.
anymore.
Oh boy. So anyway,
Oh.
no, but that's what I'm saying is that my. Kayla,
No. I'm sorry. I just had to clear my throat. I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
okay, yeah.
Seriously.
No. So anyway, I was just basically saying that. Thank you. I was basically saying that you said that we have those things, and we know, like what you just said about what you're saying, that we are already in the world. We already know we're gonna what we're predestined or whatever. I think all that is God puts that in everybody, different things in different other people, right? So as we're living in this world, we're not in the spiritual world right now. We're not in spiritual realm. We're in the earthly world. So obviously there are things from this earth that we learn through society, people that we meet, that has an influence on how we look at life, right? So
No.
this one here. They have
Okay, wait.
influence, but I'm not saying
Yes,
that you're
society
gonna.
comes and you get
And-
influence, but
That's the worldly influence.
you
that-
have your core.
Yes, I believe
And
absolutely.
that core either resonates with what influence is put on you or doesn't.
Right, but we're human, so we can be influenced by the world. But I'm not saying that we have to be influenced by the thoughts of like, oh, this is how you're gonna die at 60. This is gonna happen at this age.
that's my
You get
point.
old, you get wrinkles at 50 or whatever, and then we start to believe these things. It's like, it's just.
What are we arguing about?
What I'm saying is, we're not arguing. What I'm saying is that we don't have to. It's our choice to believe that or not.
Yes. And what we choose to believe usually goes with what's in our core.
Yes.
Which is not something we consciously know.
Okay.
It is something that we feel. And then whatever information that comes at us, it's either absorbed and you are in agreement with it because of what your core is consisted of, or you're not. And
Right.
based on that is how you make choices, what you believe in, what whatever. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Which is why I'm giving this crazy theory. I mean, for me, it's not so crazy, actually. But I know a lot of people would be like, whoa, you guys went there.
Whoa,
Like,
wowza.
are you guys out of subjects to talk about?
And we're on the floor.
Yeah, it's like, we're done. We're done.
No, but
And cut.
no, but it's so true. Like we
We.
are living what we said.
Yeah.
That's just period. That's on period. That's on period. No, okay. No, but we are living
She digresses.
what we say. Like words are so powerful. Like if you want to be whatever you want to be in life, you can do that. Wherever you want to do whatever you want to do with your life, you can do it. It's just having that
You just don't know it yet.
belief in yourself that you can do it
Right?
and speak to yourself. You have to, that's important. If you don't speak to yourself and your body, it's not gonna listen.
Yeah. I'm still learning how to talk to my body, honestly. Because for some people it's easier, not so much for me. But I am open about it. I am open about it. You see how mindfully I said that? Because
Because.
I want to absorb all that makes me better. Right?
Right.
So, there you go.
1,000.
Percent. See how we complete each other?
Yeah, so that's our
Yeah.
theory. I mean, we're just talking about that because a lot of
What are
people.
your thoughts on that? Yeah.
I mean, I just think that.
Tell us how crazy we are. Or that you might be joining in our ranks. Dude, we're in this together.
Oh, okay.
So, you know what?
I'm saying from a spiritual standpoint of view, like from the Christian side of things, right? That's why I say we have to use even, I mean, from the Bible it says that, you know, using the word, like the whole armor of God, which is putting on the whole armor of God every day, which
right.
is,
If that's what resonates with you, that's great.
which is, I'm saying, which, like, if I'm on a plane, I pray before I get on the plane.
Here's
If
what
I'm in
gonna
a
add to
car,
that.
I pray before I get.
I agree.
Whatever I go,
That's your method.
speak, so I can cancel all the evil assignments from that's
Right.
trying to come against me. To not be effective. So again, I think a lot of people are walking around without having any type
Bouncing
of
around.
protection around them, so they're open to certain things like car accidents, people shooting in the head. You're like, well, how did Johnny get shot in the head just walking down Crenshaw?
Johnny.
You know, and people say, well, he bad time, you know,
Wrong
wrong
place.
place, wrong time. But I think a lot of it is just that we have to be mindful of that.
Or, how about I say the same thing,
Or.
but in my words now? Just to show
God
you.
words are more powerful, but okay. But your words then, okay, let's hear your words.
No. What I'm just illustrating
I'm just kidding.
that we
ahead.
all have our own method about the protection that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
For you, it's a prayer. It's the armor of God. And I get that. That's beautiful. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the tool. You use it. It works.
It works.
Awesome. For me, that tool is I'm invincible. I'm joyous. Nothing bad happens around Irina. I say that all the time. You
She
hear
says
me
it
say
all
that.
the time.
So, I don't say a prayer. I don't put on an armor, so to speak, you know, according to like what resonates with you. But we are saying the same thing. But we're saying it in a way that agrees with our core. That's all I'm trying to say.
I understand what you're saying. I get it. I totally
good.
get what you're saying.
All right, cool. I digress.
Yeah, that's it, guys. So that's
I'm
what
just saying that so that people out there can understand that they can find their own tools to make.
But I'm
what
saying for
works
those people
them.
that are on my side too, because there's a lot of Christian people out there that believe the same as I do. I got
Absolutely.
to make sure that I represent for the peeps.
I am not here
So
to
I'm
choose
saying.
sides or make
No sides. I'm just saying
I am spewing information for people to decide which side they
Same.
will get.
Same.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. Yeah. I know.
God's side. That's one here.
I have nothing against God. I'm
No, I
sorry.
didn't say you did.
take me like I'm your enemy or
Why
something.
do you think that? I never said. Did I say this?
It's what you don't say.
I didn't say that. I never said that in my life. She's just assuming now. But it's okay.
Home.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you think about
It's
this
hot.
topic. And yeah,
Yes.
we
Please
want to
do.
hear what you think about it. Do you think that words are that powerful that you can stop even death from happening to
Well, I
you?
mean, eventually we all die.
Well, yeah, eventually, but you don't have to die of something terrible.
Right.
I don't want to get eaten.
I'm choosing to die in my sleep.
I'm not gonna say I want to. I hate
Just
crocodiles and I want to get eaten by a crocodile. Yeah, that's not a good way to go.
Although, I do say that the worst way to go is in the fire or in the water. So I think I have to overcome
Yeah,
that.
stop those things ASAP.
Whoopsies.
Whoopsies.
Now you know.
I don't fear anything, but God. That's it.
I beg to differ, but this is
I
subject
don't
for
fear
next time.
anything.
Remember,
The better it gets,
the better it gets. We'll see you guys next time. Ciao.
Bye.
Coming up next week on Tea Talks.
Hold on. You say nothing wrong with that, but that's a sense of security is when a man takes care of the bill.
I don't know him yet. Why do I need to try? Why does he need to pay my bill?
That's how you get
first
to know
day.
him. Is he gonna pay for your meal?
I'm saying, ladies, is offer. Just say, listen, thank you so much for paying for it, but I appreciate you wanting to pay, but I got this. I'll pay my own and you pay your own.
But then what's the fun in dating?
The fun in dating is that the fun in dating is, first of all, that's the first date. That's what I do. The first date.
All
Second or
dates?
third, huh?
All dates, you pay for the first date.
I have
You don't let
never
them even if they
pay.
offer?
Never. Never. And it always
Feminism.
works.